Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to your second webinar, Meet Your Account Executive. You already know me, I am Trinidad, your community builder. You've been receiving several emails through the admission, and the webinar today is all about meeting account executives. So we have here with us Cristobal.
Hello, I'm Cristobal. Some of you know me. I'm account executive of the program and work with the operations team.
So we were meant to have Joussen and Valentina as well during this webinar, but due to some high levels of workload, they weren't able to come here. But Cristobal has been working at Startup Chile for many years, so he is actually very knowledgeable and will be able to answer all your questions. So at the time being, we have two persons online. So the idea is for you to start writing down your questions, all the questions that you might have at this point regarding general expenses. Maybe if you have questions regarding the visa process, most of you should already have your visa process ongoing already. And while you're typing in your questions, we can tell you a little bit about the co-work. As you can see here in the back, this is the co-work where you guys will be working most of the time. This is the kitchen co-work. It is a very cool space. We want to encourage you to use it, to come here. This is where all the magic happens, where all the entrepreneurs meet, where all the mandatory activities occur. So you can actually come with up to 5 people to this co-work. So it's actually really, really good benefit and a good perk. So, okay, we have 3 people watching, but no incoming questions. Maybe we want to give out some general tips.
Yeah, okay. Talking about in general about the project here, like in Corfo process, as you know, you need to, for example, choose about the payment method that you want to receive the subsidy of the program. There are 2 alternatives. You can receive the money in advance at the beginning of the program, sorry, or you can receive the money in reimbursement. So you have to present some expenses, and then you can receive the money like in tranches, okay, during the program. I think that there is a question.
Yes. Hi, Audrey. How are you? So your question is, from which date will you be able to start submitting expenses?
Okay, talking about the plan of your startup, you can start evaluate or asking for approvals of expenses as soon as you have the initial meeting of the project, okay? But at the moment, you can send the request to your account executive for the trips to arrive to Chile, to all the process of visa, to evaluate the health insurance if you want, and all those general expenses, okay?
So yes, you are able to start submitting expenses as long as they're all related to you getting here to Chile. We hope that answers your question. So anybody else having questions so far? So everyone should also have received their playbook and should have been introduced to their account executive. So we really, really, really want to encourage you to thoroughly read this document, because in there you will find all the information you need regarding the program, the acceleration program, the mandatory activities. There's still not the exact dates in there, but you should be able to have an overview of the estimated dates that you will have to be in Chile mandatorily. What else can we mention? During your first week here, you will have what we call the orientation week, which is a week that will be dedicated to you guys fulfilling all the activities that together will be your soft landing process. So some are very bureaucratic, not super fun, but very necessary, because thanks to these activities, you will be able to sign your contract with Corfo. This means that we will be guiding you through the process. It's we've done it many times. If you follow instructions and you're very careful, then you should have everything done by your first week, which includes having your Chilean ID number and your bank account set up. So Audrey, I have read that the reimbursement method was quicker or easier. Is this true? And if not, can we get the full grant as an advance at the beginning of the program?
Yes, you can receive the money in advance at the beginning of the program, and the process for reimbursement and for lump sum agreement is exactly the same. Okay, you need to present the documents in a financial meeting, and you need to fulfill the complete budget that is 13 millions, and I think 30 millions, almost 14 millions. Okay. The idea is that you can think about if you have enough money to have a reimbursement process, because in that case you need to use your personal funds. Okay. In general, the startups choose the lump sum agreement because it's better, because they have enough money, or they can have the money in advance to cover all the strategy, the plan of the startup. But it depends.
To do all the reimbursement process, and I don't know if you.
Yes, you will have two workshops, a financial workshop and a technical workshop. The financial workshop is to explain you how you need to present the documents, talking about invoices.
I hope you guys are still there.
Okay. Se me fue
the workshops.
Workshops, sorry. Okay, two workshops, technical workshop and financial workshop. The financial workshop is to talk about the invoices, bank statements, and what you need to present in the financial meeting. And the technical workshop is to explain you about all the process of technical tracking. What I mean with this, to check or to track your progress during the program, okay? And how you need to ask for approval of all the expenses that you want to present, okay? And in those meetings, we are going to explain you all you have to do, okay, to have the 100% of approval at the end of the project.
Okay? Perfect. So Audrey says, great. So we won't have to wait to sign the Corfo contract before getting the advance?
No. As Trini says, there is, in the first month, you need to create like the project in Corfo. So you need to sign a contract, you need to pay for the insurance to receive the money in advance if you want to receive it. And after that, you can receive the money, okay? Usually in TSF, the process is very fast because there is like 20 projects in this case. So it's we can work fast with you, but you are not going to receive the money as soon as you arrive to Chile. Okay, you have to wait a little bit to have it in your bank account. Okay. In the case of the reimbursement process, you have to keep in mind that we're going to have like 2 or 3 financial meetings, and in that case, you have to wait like 10 or 15 working days to receive the reimbursement from Corfo. Okay, so if you are evaluating the alternative, you have to keep in mind that information also. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we're having some technical issues, but we're back on track. Let's see if we have more incoming questions.
Yes.
I mean, I gotta be there like no way I can get So yesterday we had a really interesting webinar with the other half of the group. There were many questions regarding as to what you were able to reimburse and what not. What was the process? What were the main documents that you had to present? So if you want to go over that webinar, you're more than free to do so. If you look in the calendar, you go into the link of yesterday's webinar. The webinar will be there available for anyone and everyone that wants to watch.
What else? Okay. Usually in this period, you're going to buy your plane ticket. In fact, you're going to do that. So what you need to keep in that case to have the approval in the financial process, you need to keep your boarding pass. You need to keep the itinerary of the trip, the document that you received from the airline or the agency where you bought your tickets. And why is that so important? Because we have the cost of the ticket, like all the information about the itinerary for sure, the name of the passenger, and some more information to have the complete approval of the expense, okay? Also, keep in mind that we can just approve expenses related to you as the beneficiary or your official team members, the one that you have applied with, okay? And that means that you also need to use always personal bank accounts, okay? So bank accounts that are related to all of these people, not to your father, your friends, to your team members.
Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you work in a shared space. Some unpredictable noises coming from the back.
And also talking about the insurance that you need to pay in case that you receive the money in advance, the subsidy in advance. It has a cost of $300 approximately, and we help you with that process, okay? So don't worry about that. Question.
Audrey, do you have to show quotes? For example, I've been working with the same development company for months. Can I just submit their invoices or do I need to show quotes from other contractors?
Okay, you have to keep in mind also that we are going to start from zero, okay, with your startup. So as soon as you arrive to Chile, to Startup Chile, we're going to check, even if you are working with a developer from a long time, we're going to start evaluating how much are you going to pay starting from that moment, okay, from the initial meeting or from the initial period of your startup. So after that, you need to present the quotes if it's necessary. In case that you are going to pay them more than 2 Chilean million pesos, you need to present 3 quotes, and also you need to present a technical form, okay? The technical form, we're going to give you that template so you can work on that and you can check it anyway, okay? But yes, as soon as you present those expenses, you need to start evaluating some quotes, okay?
Okay. No more questions at the moment.
What else?
We only have 3 people watching. So not everything is work.
Yeah.
We also have some very fun activities planned for you. So for example, during your first week, you'll have what we call the icebreaker, which is a very fun activity where you'll be teamed up and you will get to do some pretty cool stuff around town. What else can we say? We're working hard for you girls to get here. We're really excited to meet you soon. There's only a little bit more than 3 weeks away, so it's just around the corner. So yeah, this has been a little bit of a slow webinar.
Yeah. Okay, remember that this meeting is to answer questions, okay? That's why we don't have a kind of pitch to you. We can give you some recommendations, but the idea is that you can solve all your doubts, okay? So you can arrive here and have everything clear. For sure, you are going to have doubts during all the program, okay? But the idea is that you can receive quick answers here, okay? So if you have something in mind, just make the question, okay? Other important point is that all the expenses that you present in the future must be related to your team members always. Okay, if you buy a laptop, for example, the user of that laptop must be a team member, cannot be an employee from you. Okay, keep in mind also that the employees must be working here in Chile. In the other hand, the outsourcings can work in any other part of the world, in any other country. Okay. That's it. Also remember that we're going to check the progress of those developments, for example, or those designs of the services that you are going to receive from those providers, not just your invoices, okay? What they have done and the impact in your startup, okay?
Okay, so if we don't have any other incoming questions, then do also keep in mind that other channels of communication are also open. You still have the admissions email if you want to send your questions through there. Most of you should already be participating in the Facebook participants group. Hopefully you already got in touch with your landing buddies. They're also very, very good sources of information. They can help you through maybe more the social aspects of coming to Chile, where to live, how to hire, health insurance, etc. So landing buddies are there for you in this regard. And of course, you already have your account executive's emails if you want to reach out to them in case you have a very specific question. What is the process of getting the salary from the grant?
Okay, it is here in Chile, you need to be in the first category. So first of all, you need to be incorporated in SII, okay? So you are going to be able to pay taxes, okay, in the Chilean system. So you need to be in first category. You are going to be a kind of company. And after that, you need to present a certificate for the salary and the F29, okay? It's a bit technical, okay? But you can present your salaries here and you don't need to have a company, okay? For the seed program, you need to have a company created here in Chile. For TSF, it's not necessary, okay? All this information is going to be explained also in the financial workshop, but basically you need to be in first category and you are going to be able to pay taxes after that, okay?
And that should be pretty fast.
Yeah, it's very fast, okay? You need to also check an office here in Chile, okay? Can be an electronic office, okay? Virtual office, sorry.
Commercial address.
Commercial address, yeah.
Yes.
That's important.
But yes, that's a pretty straightforward process. You can even do it online, I think, once you have the room number.
And the first part, no. You have to go first to the office of SII, but after that, you can do everything online. You can pay your taxes, you can print everything online, okay? You just have to go once to the office of SII and then everything in the webpage.
Perfect.
Thank you, Audrey, for the questions.
Yes, thanks, Audrey. Okay, so I think we're just going to wrap it up because we don't have more incoming questions. I guess I'll keep going with my questions. Yeah, Audrey, if you have any more, please go on. This is what the webinar is for. Would you recommend having a prepared budget when we start? I kind of have an idea of how I want to spend the grants, but it would be good to get advice.
Yes. You can have in fact, we are going to provide you a template of a budget that you need to fill. But if you have an idea of how you want to use the money, yes, you can send us that budget at the moment to your country executive and we can check it in advance, okay? But yeah, always is better to have a plan so we can start working on that, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Last one? Other one? No?
I'm not sure if this was the last one. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being online. Again, if you feel that you have not been answered your questions or if you come up with new questions down the road, feel free to reach out. That's what we're here for. Thank you, Audrey, for your questions. I hope that these were able to answer the rest of the other two persons' questions. So thanks for your time. We hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend, and we'll see you in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah. Okay, see you. And remember to send us the emails with the questions that you can have in the future, okay?
Perfect.
See you. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye-bye.